In 2022, Sevastopol was heavily fortified. Submarines, caliber-carrying corvettes, and coastal batteries protected what was supposed to be an untouchable Russian stronghold. Today, 30% of that fleet is sunk or damaged, and the surviving surface ships have retreated east to a lesser-equipped port in Novorossiysk. Smoke regularly rises over the bay from targeted strikes. Out on the streets, civilian gas stations are running dry, and rationing is strictly enforced. This is the result of a coordinated strategy authorized by President Volodymyr Zelensky and Defense Minister Mikhailo Fedorov. Together, they call it the Logistics Lockdown. Welcome back to the Global Warwatch Network. Make sure to subscribe as we break down exactly how Ukrainian forces are dismantling the occupation of Crimea, point by point, from up to 200 kilometers away. This strategy skips the bloody trench warfare. By severing bridges, destroying fuel depots, and hunting supply trucks, Ukraine is creating a mathematical reality where Russian troops simply do not have the calories, fuel, or ammunition to sustain their defense. The foundation of this lockdown relies on domestic engineering, starting with the R360 Neptune. Originally a subsonic anti-ship missile, it proved its lethality in 2022 by sinking the flagship of the Black Sea Fleet. Looking at this schematic, you can see how Ukrainian engineers expanded the baseline design into the long Neptune. They stretched the airframe to over 6 meters and widened the fuselage to 50 centimeters. That extra space holds more fuel to push its range to 1,000 kilometers, while carrying a heavier 260-kilogram warhead. The guidance system also evolved. This animation shows how the long Neptune drops active radar, which is easy to jam, in favor of GPS and terrain matching. It reads the landscape to fly low and avoid dense electronic warfare networks. For even heavier strikes, they developed the FP-5 Flamingo. It features a radar-transparent fiberglass airframe, reaches out to 3,000 kilometers, and delivers a massive 1,150-kilogram payload entirely capable of collapsing reinforced concrete bunkers. Then there is the Arion, a hybrid missile drone designed for mass deployment. It launches from the exact same heavy military trucks used for the Neptune, or it can be fired from concealed civilian trailers parked on dirt roads, making launch teams incredibly hard to track. Deploying these distinct weapons simultaneously presents a nightmare for Russian radar operators. They must track and intercept cheap drones, heavy fiberglass cruise missiles, and low-flying terrain skimmers simultaneously, stretching their air defense grid past its breaking point. With the airspace penetrated, Ukraine turned its attention to the ground lines of communication, specifically the R280 highway, the main artery feeding the southern occupation zone. Commander Robert Magyar Brovdy directs Ukraine's unmanned systems forces in this sector. His units are tasked with loitering over these open supply routes and hunting down military convoys and fuel tankers before they ever reach the trenches. This map illustrates the targeted choke points in early June 2026. Precision strikes severed the Chonhar, Armyansk, Perekop, and Henichesk bridges. As this line chart shows, over just 2 weeks following these strikes, military cargo traffic flowing down the R280 corridor plummeted by 71%. Cutting these physical connections isolates the frontline units. Without those vital supply trucks, forward bases cannot replace the ammunition they fire or the diesel they burn. That strategy culminated in a highly complex strike on the night of June 10th. The target was the 68th Separate Brigade's weapons storage facility, located deep inside Sevastopol's Strzelecka Bay. The operation began by launching dozens of low-cost, one-way attack drones. The swarm was designed to force the local Tor and Panzer batteries to activate, depleting their interceptors and oversaturating their radar networks. With the defense grid fully occupied by the swarm, a Neptune cruise missile slipped through the blind spots. Skimming just 20 meters above the water, it bypassed the distracted radars, slammed into the storage warehouses, and triggered massive secondary explosions. The strike demonstrated that expensive, layered defense umbrellas can be pulled apart. By combining drone saturation with low-altitude precision missiles, Ukrainian forces proved they can reach and destroy high-value targets anywhere on the peninsula. The cumulative effect of these operations is a severe peninsula-wide fuel crisis. With depots burning and supply bridges damaged, heavy oil tankers simply cannot reach their destinations. Local authorities were forced to deactivate civilian fuel vouchers and restrict purchases to just 20 liters per car. The shortage is so acute that the Russian military has resorted to smuggling diesel to the front lines inside protected civilian vehicles, like bread vans and ambulances, hoping to avoid drone detection. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like the video, share it, and subscribe to the Global Warwatch Network. Let us know in the comments how you think these logistical strikes will impact the broader conflict. Ukraine's ultimate calculation is simple. They do not need to physically march an army into Crimea to defeat the occupation. By systematically starving the peninsula of the fuel, food, and ammunition required to maintain a military force, they are turning a fortified stronghold into an unsustainable trap.